प्रिय मित्रों, नमस्कार। मैं सेंथिल कुमार हूँ, एक्स इंडियन एयर फोर्स, presently an NRI, and for making my living I'm an NRI, but I'm a hardcore patriotic Indian at heart. जैसे बोलते हैं जीने के लिए परदेश हूँ, लेकिन एकदम देशभक्त हूँ और देशवासी हूँ. This video has nothing to do with any of the sensitive topics like politics, religion, caste, race, nothing. So I will not want to be misinterpreted with this video. But one thing what I would like to share my personal viewpoints is on the ongoing protest and damages to the public properties and public assets in the name of so-called non-acceptance to a couple of policies raised by the ruling government. Why I am saying ruling government is because, as I said, this is nothing to do with politics, any party or any caste, any religion, any race, any language, nothing. And because it's we people who elect a party to rule us, so I will just mention it as a ruling party. Coming on to Agnipath, there's a big hue and cry all across India, and media is only publishing and broadcasting the negativities and the negative images, burnings happening here and there, a sort of instigating all across the nation for the people who are calm also to come out and say something based on what the media wants to hear. So, I would like to highlight on that only. Let's even forget the media for a moment, though I am again using a media to reach out to you guys, but it's just a food for thought. If you Google and find the information all across the globe, there are many countries which makes mandatory for all the youth to serve the armed services or armed forces for minimum of 2 years before they can get into their normal life. And there are a lot of benefits. And I can vouch for it, being an airman myself, having serving Indian Air Force myself, and from where and what I am, I will give credit to Indian Air Force carrier as well. Okay, and let's take from a normal education. Whoever does BCom, MCom, BE or MBA, whatever it is. If you again take the statistics, less than 20% of the people is what practicing their own education. For example, a mechanical engineer will be doing mechanical jobs, means it's only 20%. Automobile engineer into automobile industry, again less than 20%. A BCom, MCom guy, all, or if they are chartered accountants or finance professionals, no, it's again less than 20%. And let's take Air Force people as well. Who are still in service, excluding them, whoever have retired, our trade is radio technician. How many of us are into same electronics and technology related trades? Maybe again less than 20%. Many are businessmen, many are lawyers, many are teachers, many are bankers, many are practicing consultancies. Totally away from radio electronics or technology per se. So having said this, so after 4 years of education, when it comes to college, and after the service, be it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, after we come out of service, we are not into the field of what we actually studied. So having said this, when Agnipath is brought out for a period of 4 years, I don't understand why this big hue and cry. I'll be happy to talk to people who can make me understand what is wrong in Agnipath. Why? Because when we are finishing engineering graduation or arts degree graduation, nobody is guaranteeing job after the graduation is over. We'll have to again still search for job, and few people land up into job, few people land up into business, few people try to make their own livings by their own means. So we can find many such multiple combination permutations, etc. So, and why should we make a huge cry for Agnipath? That too, when Agnipath is meant to train the people on armed forces, with a paid salary, which itself is a boon, which means for the first 4 years, the youth is getting paid at the same time getting trained. And this training is really a sort of life skills and life training where a common man gets properly shaped up into a responsible citizen in the 4 years of time. So when he comes out after 4 years, after completing his training and serving the nation for 4 years, the amount of proud he will come out with, only the people serving the armed forces or the people who have come out of the armed forces like me can be able to express that. And speaking about what after 4 years, same thing like what after 4 years of college any individual will be doing, the same thing can be applicable here. But only thing is here the people are more productive and more result oriented rather than the college outcomers who are still treated as freshers. People who finish their training and coming out, they can either take up the jobs in banks, any of the other paramilitary forces, security forces, police departments. They can still write UPSC to become any of the civil services officers or gazetted officers, or few will be getting the knowledge to start their own business, and it will give them the knowledge and freedom and the confidence to start their own business, thereby increasing the job opportunities given to more of the youth. So I can keep on adding. By doing all this, what happens is the exposure to the youth who will be at say 21 plus 4 or 23 plus 4, by the age of 25 to 27, the knowledgeable young productive youth percentage will be amazing. If you can visualize it, if you're capable of visualizing it, it's going to be magnanimous. And think, if that is going to be the output, think the global pitching or the global growth of India per se. Again, it's going to be exponential, which we can't put it in words. Maybe the other countries who are envying growth of India will be wanting to have such protest happening in mass scale so that India doesn't progress. But at least we, the ex-veterans, the serving veterans, or the like-minded people who nation comes first, we should think. It's a wonderful opportunity for everybody to take pride in serving the nation and say, yes, I have served my nation for 2 years, for 4 years in XYZ role. Immaterial of what role, whatever we get, we are only giving just 4 years of our life for the nation, which is such a noble cause. And any ruling government giving the opportunity to its citizens to do this, I praise that. Immaterial of whatever party it is and whoever is coming to power. So I would again request all the viewers, all the listeners, simply not go by the media buzz and damage the public property, and don't support the public property destroyers. It's something like, we putting fire to our own home and sitting inside the home, we all will be doomed to be destroyed if that is the case. So let's please look at the positive things, look at the positive happenings, and a much more bigger and brighter future is there for the entire youth of India who are in a age of 17 to 21. And if you take somebody is joining at 17 and a half, by the age of 21 and a half, he is having a lot of exposure than what he will have. So looking forward to your support and spreading the positive vibes. Thank you, and have a great years ahead. Namaskar.